Hello everyone and welcome to the 454 SS Ranch. I've been laying low here for the last little while just as the dust settles from the brand new Space DLC. It did bring along some really cool features, but it also brought along some bugs and some negativity, which I want to address here. Yes, the update did break some things, and I know the developers are working hard to fix them. Now, I'm not a developer, I'm not paid by the game. I was gifted the Space update or the Space DLC by the developers, so I will tell you that, full disclosure. But regardless of that, I've been paying for all the updates in games so far, as well as all the equipment and the items that I use to make my videos what they are. So regardless, I'm not a developer and I'm not affiliated with the brand, but I do think that they should get some slack with what's been going on. Should the developers have tested the game a little more thoroughly before releasing the update? Of course they should have. But does it really make or break your whole life if it's not working perfectly the day it's released? And I don't want to get very philosophical, but I will admit, just with some age and maturity, a lot of things have come into focus with what's important and what's not. And ultimately, being kind to your fellow man and being just kind to humans and everybody doing their best and striving for perfection or for doing something, a service, providing something for someone else, they should all be cut some slack. They didn't take away the game from you, they didn't steal it back. It's just a matter of time before the update gets the bugs sorted out and it'll be back to normal for everything. So I do want everyone to just sort of hopefully tone it down a bit, give the developers some slack, and just enjoy the game for what it is. Now, yeah, things are sort of broken. Yeah, some of the things don't work properly, but then you can take the time to learn new things, whether in the game or outside of the game. I'm sure all of you have other games you can play for the time being while things get sorted out. And I know it's not fair to say, oh, don't play this game. But at the same time, it's not worth it to go and give death threats to the developers. That's really not fair for anyone. No one should have that sort of cloud bearing over them. That's really, really not fair, guys. The developers came with this little update. They fixed some things. So they said yesterday was launch of the Space DLC. They fixed the sinking ships. So the new gravity mechanics had some unintended interactions with the physics optimization. It resulted in some vehicle parts weighing more or less than they should. It created a problem with larger vehicles, it says here, and vehicles with moving parts. Now, while the change was small, it did change some of the ships. I noticed this myself. Some of my ships were sinking. They say the issue is now resolved. I still see a little bit of issue with some of my creations, but maybe it comes from the actual air mechanics that has to be implemented. Jet turbines with the new atmospheric mechanics, the air is thinner up higher, which means less air resistance, but also means that at that height, air is too thin for some jet turbines to work efficiently. This is intended. And the engines will start to lose efficiency up there. They say they resolved this issue. Steam and modular engines. Now, there's still issues with the steam boilers and modular engines that's causing this. That's coming from the compressed gas change. They say they're working on this and will develop a fix. I also have some of my own fixes that I've done for some of them, and I will be presenting them to you guys. Now they're saying there's other issues, but these are the main ones. And they're then saying that the community reaction from them. So they did have a supportive reaction from a lot of people, but then there has been people that started putting reviews, started writing negative things. I've seen clickbait videos on YouTube. And it just brings bad light to the game. And maybe the developers have made a mistake, but that's not for us to judge. And again, without getting philosophical, we could just take a step back, look at our own lives, and then come back to this when it's all fixed. So we didn't want to create a negative experience and a negative light for the game, because at that point, the game will be lost because the developers won't be able to make any money. They'll be shot dead in the water, and then the game will stop pretty much, and then we'll have to move on other things. So I think hitting them with love and hitting them with positivity will encourage them to fix the game more than hitting them with negativity and bad reviews and videos and people thinking the game is dead. I saw videos on YouTube saying the game is dead, their game is no more. I think that's a bit over dramatized, and that's part of the reason I didn't want to release a video talking about the negativity and the negative side of things, but rather the cool things. I talked about the space, I talked about the new gases, and I really think that that's the key to focus on here. Now, unfortunately, this video may get downvoted because I'm saying this stuff, and I really hope it doesn't. But end of the day, like I said, I just think everyone should be kinder to one another, no matter what the case is. So that's what I want to kind of end the video off with. And I will say that my plan is to make little tutorial videos and go through the steps on how I fix my creations, how I get them back up and running, and how we explore all the cool new things that this update did bring. So it did bring a lot of new changes, and just like how we learned to do all this other stuff, we're going to learn to do all this new stuff, and it's going to make the game that much more exciting and interesting for all of us. So I do thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy my content, my creations. We're going to hit a pause on releasing the new ships just until things get sorted out, but I will make videos and content explaining how it is we went ahead and fixed them. So thank you for watching, and as always, happy Stormworksing, everyone.